welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering the Zombie Invitational 3-gun of 2021 and the new range rifle stage. Alright, what did you have to do on this stage? It's a brand new range, just built. You haven't seen it before in any previous zombie match. Well, the range is about 200 meters long with several side bays off to it. Down at the far end of the bay at 200 meters, you had two half-size IPSC steel targets with flashers on them. They had to be engaged with 2 shots each. And then you had a series of hostage targets moving towards the shooter's position, which was by a truck that was no longer mobile. The targets that you had to engage, the hostage targets, were the kind where it was a full-size IPSC, but it had the slinger plates in at the head and on the side of the body. You had to knock the plate in, then you had to knock it out. So 4 shots per target. And you had 90 seconds to get it done. You know, pretty simple, straightforward thing. Let's take a look how the run went, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Shooter understands the course of fire. Shooter is ready. Stand by.
Already, like we're gonna have to split to it. Yeah. I could pay. I got stuff in my pack for 5, but yeah, I kind of need. We're all the same. That's the whole situation. Is that we are sharing it. We're kind of sharing it.
You guys have that done stuff line. Okay. Next year you got stuff you do right here. All the motherfuckers fight. You can't mock. I'm looking for a winner.
Ah.
Damn, I did better than I thought I would.
You did a lot better than I thought you were going to. You did a lot better than you said you were going to.
Okay, as you can see, I parred out on that stage, but that was not unexpected, and I guess some explanations involved here. The day before, the stage got really backed up. We actually ended up shooting it Sunday morning. It was so backed up. When we got to this stage, our last day on Saturday, there were 2 squads in front of us. When it finally got to just the squad in front of us, it was incredibly obvious that we were not going to be able to complete the stage before the sun went down, and then it was just going to be impossible to do. So we had a conversation with the ROs and said, hey, look, Sunday there's only 5 stages for the shotgun pistol part of this. That means we're technically an extra squad. Can we just shoot that stage and then jump into the rotation? And the ROs agreed that was a really good idea, and that's what would end up happening. But while we were waiting for that decision to come, one of the things we definitely noticed was the guys with the LPVOs were doing the best on this. Guys with red dots and magnifiers were doing a little better. People with just fixed magnification or red dots only or iron sights only, this stage was kicking their butts. So when it was my turn to shoot, I realized that having a 300 blackout rifle with a red dot only, that my equipment was just not going to be up to the task. So I spoke to the RO when it was my turn to shoot, and I basically said, hey, look, here's my intentions. 2 targets at the back of the bay, I'm going to engage those. Those are well within my engagement envelope. Should have no trouble getting them. I had a little more trouble than I planned, but such is life. And that for the series of hostage targets that were from just in front of the half-size IPSC down at the end of the bay all the way up to about 75 meters, that I would engage those with 4 shots, because you had to hit it, knock the plate in, then knock the plate out. Same with the eye box plate, knock it in, knock it out. So if you engaged it 4 times, in fact, you would have engaged it and would not get a failure to engage penalty, although you were still up for misses or failure to neutralize. And I explained it once I got through those targets with the 4 shots each, that I would then do my level best to engage as many of the plates properly as I could before parring out. And as you heard there at the end of the video, I was surprised I did as well as I did. The RO was surprised I did as well as I did. And that's because I got the hits on the half-size IPSC down at the end of the bay, few shots to get on target, but I got them. I then engaged very quickly the hostage targets, and you not only did I engage, but you heard the steel hit 4 times. Didn't really do anything for moving the plates, and then when I went back out, I engaged the big plate in the center, knocked it in, knocked it out, knocked it in, knocked it out on each of the targets, and then came back and started on the eye box and got half of the eye boxes knocked in before I parred out. A much better time than I thought I was going to have. Or I should say more hits than I thought I was going to achieve, because time didn't matter, I parred out. And that's a lesson to be learned here. 3-gun matches tend to be gear intensive in the fact that your gear really truly does matter. As compared to some other matches where it's truly just a skill test and your gear can be more flexible. And my gear was not up to the challenge on this one, but I went for training value on it, and my applauds to the RO, because they were understanding what I was trying to do and willing to let me do it, and that was just awesome. And I recommend that when you're in a situation on a stage, you realize, hey, I'm not in the running anymore, or there's no way I can complete the stage according to the intent of it. Go for the training value. Always clear that with the RO first so he knows what you're doing, and get the best out of it that you can. Now this stage ended up the rifle portion of the 3-gun match. Then we go into the shotgun pistol version, and we'll start on that tomorrow.